T-Man 978 Chill Review. Hello everybody. Right now I'm reviewing Fans Toys Pheonix, aka Unofficial TRANSFORMERS Masterpiece Skyfire, aka Masterpiece Jetfire, whatever you want to call him. But look at him. He is Skyfire jumped out of the cartoon. This is a review that I'm so happy to be able to bring to you guys. It is my first time being able to review a review sample. It's been a dream to me. My kids been wanting this to happen for me too, but the person who made this possible told me not to get hung up on ceremony, but I want to let him know that I'm very appreciative. Thank you. But anyway, look at those eyes. They're beautiful. They reflect the light so well. It almost look like they're lit up, but they're not, I assure you. This figure, like I said, looks like it jumped out of the cartoon. The details are awesome. Face sculpt is awesome. And this is a pre-production sample, but it looks good enough to be finished. It only has like one real issue that I came across. Like this, it's closed up good now, so, but I had a problem getting that to shut. So hopefully they fix that on the final version, but you know the prototypes always have some type of issues. And as you may have heard other people complain about, the red down here is metallic, but this is just flat red plastic, not painted metallic like that. So we don't know what the final product is going to be. Is it going to be metallic up there, or is it going to be flat? And I heard this was die cast, but this feels like plastic to me. The feet are definitely die cast, and it's different pieces of die cast all through the body. He is definitely solid and heavy, but he only weighs about a little touch more than Grinder. So he's not severely heavy. But other details of note, you can see this cockpit right there has reflective, it's chrome underneath of there. You can see the seats right there in that cockpit. So I like that detail because I like that they painted that silver, because it just looks like robo parts right there. This right here is for an Autobot symbol. They came with a different one that's shaped a little bit more like a Decepticon symbol. Well, maybe. I don't know whether I got two of the same parts or not, but they did put this in separate. So I guess you could put a Decepticon on one and an Autobot on the other. I haven't actually taken that off, so I'm not sure how that comes off, to be completely honest. But that's transparent right there. It's completely filled in body-wise. Let's let you see his back. Now you have options as far as these. These weren't attached when I took it out the box. In fact, I overlooked them at first. But I have them turned in like this. But I'll show it off in jet mode. Because you could have the wings angled out. Like right now, if I do this, now they're showing off. Yeah, there it goes. They pop off because they're designed to fold that way. So you got to switch them if you want them to be out. But here he is. So he does look really nice. Here's an extreme close-up on the face. The blue right there isn't perfect, but of course, like I said already, prototype. But it's several different paints on this face, as you can see. It's the flat gray, the black, the silver, the blue eyes, this blue, another silver, well, silver right there. He does come with these light pipeable eyes that you could put in there, but I can't imagine them being very bright, because he does have that, and that's so dark. But I don't feel like putting them in. I'm pretty sure somebody else did in their review. Or maybe you could look at pictures online. Here is his main real accessory right here. Very cartoon. I believe, I can't remember what the toy, no, the toy had like just one blaster right there. It wasn't double barrel. So it is cartoon accurate right there. As far as wielding this gun, let me show you his best feature, these hands. Like, if these fingers could spread out more, well, actually, no, I like these better than KFC's hands or X-Transbot's hands. That ball joint is awesome, and the way this thumb moves is awesome. I know he's a big character, so that allows for him to have better articulations. But I like that these aren't on ball joints. They're on actual hinges. And they just splay out. That is very, very cool. So, put the thumb like this. Get this finger bent like that. Go ahead and put this in the hand. Now we can wrap that around the trigger. Bring these fingers around. And now you could put the thumb however you see fit. And it's cool that his hand can actually get on the trigger. The main thing that's cool about these hands that KFC don't do is they can go out like that. So he can say stop to people. Or he can do what I'm about to show you in this picture right here. So, yeah, there you go with that. But it also allows for him to get into poses like this, which is very cool. Something I believe in the pictures as far as the Gundams, and I'm trying to remember the original artwork for Jetfire. Did he do something like that? Because looking at this, it definitely seems very, very familiar. Other articulation is he can rotate 360 and he can look up that much. Doesn't really look down too much. Shoulders go out that far. This can hinge up and down. Of course, they can rotate only being stopped by the wings right there. If you want, the wings can be down like that, but you don't want that. Here's a bicep swivel. Arm can bend more than 90 degrees. It presses that little triangle up. And sometimes you have to do that to get that triangle up. If you can't get it up all the way, you have to push it from back here. But I like the way that works right there. It looks kind of weird from certain angles, but whatever. You saw the hand articulation. Waist, this crotch skirt gets out the way. This one's a little bit looser, so leg can go that much, and he can kick only that far. Thigh rotation right there. Knee rotation. Knee bends 90 degrees. And the weakest thing, the thing that kind of kills it for me as far as this toy, the toe pivot. Or ankle pivot, I mean. That's only a little bit good, because this is as wide a stance possible with both feet flat on the floor. And you know I'm a poseaholic. I want more than that. But his feet can rock like that far back. And depending on how you transform it or have it, the toe can come all the way up. And this right here, this thruster, is a little bit of a hindrance as far as getting him to stand up straight too. I wish that was like a little bit more up into the foot, because it's not really necessary, and that gets hidden in the vehicle mode anyway. But he does have a big crunch forward, so you can get him stable enough for pictures. I wouldn't leave him like that. One thing that's worrying me, I have to just put this out there, the way the paint, I don't know, like I said, this is a prototype. Like, I see some chipping coming off of the black paint down here, because this whole piece is die cast. minus the plastic thruster right there. But this has been handled by a million people more than likely, so that might be why it's scraped up and scuffed up, but that is something to look for. One more piece of possible articulation, and I saw this in Emgo's review. If you pop that out right there, like make that loose, you can rotate his waist only that much. It bumps on the backpack, which you cannot move. If you move the backpack, he'll start coming untransformed, so you only get that much rotation right there. He is roughly 14 inches tall, which is old school Supreme class height, so he should be the same size as Armada Unicron. If you don't know how inches translates into metrics, Google knows. Here's this right here. Just to be fair, here's this comparison as well. He's almost as tall as Devastator. No, Devastator still got him, but he can actually fight Devastator. Transformation. All things considered, it's not very difficult. It's just, there are quite a few steps. First thing you want to do, get this thumb down and fold these fingers up right there. Open this panel and rotate the hand in right there. Shut the panel and make it go back in the groove on this side. Same thing over here. Bring the arms down like this. Turn them out this way. You might as well just go ahead and push that inward. Same thing over here. Squeeze these up like that. Go ahead and open these panels up right here. Now pull these forward right there. They're on a little die cast hinge. Pull that forward like that. This one's a little bit more tight. Now, and this is the tricky part, getting your finger in here to bend that like that. It's easier getting it to jet mode, but putting it back in robot mode, bending that is very tight. Go ahead, and we might as well unhinge. Take this up. Like I was saying, unhinge the legs. All ready to get them out of the way. The head, and to get this off, you have to just pull it back like that. And let's let you see this. The same way I pull that off, you want to do the same thing to get it back into robot mode. Try to get this as close to this slot right there and just push forward. That seems odd. I've never had to do that for a transformer before, but it works. So hey, rotate this head now. Just keep it like that. Lift this up and out of the way. And before we forget, because this thing isn't difficult, but if you forget a step, it can be difficult. So go ahead and bring this through right there. And leave it like that for now. Rotate these arms up like this. Rotate this arm up like this. Now the arms do not tab in together, but you got to swing these around and push these into place. And that little panel right there, if you don't push that in, you will not be able to do the next step you need to do, which is pulling this out, grabbing here, pull the nose cone out of there, kind of tight. Now we need to get this out of here, unfold that, bring this down. If you don't do that little flap I was talking about, you won't be able to tab these into place right here. With that in place, we can bring this up and put that into place. Now this here, let's put the head in here first. Bend that and bring the head through. The head needs to be turned backwards. go ahead and bring these down. Now we can tab this little die cast piece in the front, and there, push this crotch piece up to keep that in place. Move the hips, they came unhinged, put them up here. Now make sure the legs are straight, because you need that tab and need this tab to be straight. Bring this up and out of the way. Grab here and lift that up. And now you need to tab that into the boots. Do the same thing over here. I was laughing at MGO for saying this thing was heavy, but when you're transforming it in front of a camera up in the air with your arms stretched out, good Lord, my back hurts. Unpeg that and lift this forward. Shut this and fold that and bring that up, and then boom, put that in there. Like I said, that thruster gets covered. Bring that back down, cover it. Same thing over here. Open this up, put that in there, and there you go. Backpack. Open this up and let's put them down. Shove that down like that, and this right here unfolds to make the wings a little bit bigger. Now what I don't like is nothing's holding that in place, so that's a little bit loose. I don't know if they're gonna tighten that, but that's a little bit loose. Fans Toys, that's a little bit loose. I'm pretty sure somebody from Fans Toys is gonna watch this, because not a ton of people have reviews for this, not hundreds, but there you go. That, then we can bring this down. Now we lift this up, get that out the way. And what you need to do, let's do this before I forget. Open that up, bring this thruster out, bring that thruster out, and tab it into place. Now we need to spread this apart. Like, bring it out, which is not, it's just a little bit hard to grab because it does sit tight. Oh God, I am actually sweating. Before you do anything else, go ahead and pull this little red thing out of here. Open that. Now bring this forward, clamp it back on the back, and we can push that like that. Okay, now we swing this back and it tabs onto the back of Jetfire. And the wings, I don't think you want them to be like that, so I'm gonna swap them. Now I'm finished. We have Pheonix and his gigantic hypersonic jet mode that is very, very freaking cartoon accurate. I think this was closed together in a cartoon, I'm not sure, but there you go with that. It's kind of hard for him to do the girl walk because the legs can't bend backwards, but I'll try. But here you go with this right here. You see that silver chrome under that glass right there? Ton of details. No thrusters here, but you got those thrusters. You can lift the wings up like this, but it's just him. He's just a supersonic jet. And to let you see again, this cockpit does open up. Nothing can really sit in there because there's no foot room. Looks like this on the bottom, and he does have landing gear. And they have a bunch of tabs for you to grab at. Come on, this was way easier earlier. Got that out, you can close this door. Same thing over here. You definitely have to have little fingernails or a tool. Pull that out. And up here, pull this out right here. Then grab that. That's easier. So now he has landing gear. And he is a big, gigantic jet right there. And this landing gear rolls very well. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Here's the only comparison worth a damn. Him next to Masterpiece Starscream right here. Oh, let's see. Not terribly much longer, but he is at least 3.5 inches longer right there. But Starscream can fit damn near completely under him. He's barely touching that wing right there. There's Spike. And here's Bumblebee. He's not in vehicle mode though, but there you go with that. Here you see the little pilot is a little too big to fit in that seat. Like I said, it doesn't even have any leg room, so there you go with that. Now it's off-centered, but I am able to store this gun under here. The peg on the side of the gun can peg into that little hole right there. So it's like you gotta put the barrels all the way up and then just force it right there. Well, there you go with that. Weapon storage. Yay. Vehicle mode isn't as strong as the robot mode, but it does what it's supposed to do. I like that it rolls. It looks like the source material pretty much. The strongest feature is this rolling right there. The way that feels like. This feels like a definite hardcore, heavy, realistic jet. But, yeah. Crap. I forgot to show this off in jet mode, but he comes with this little piece that you're supposed to put on him so you can get on a stand. This is supposed to connect to soars or swoops display stand. This is the only piece that he comes with, and I heard that this is the only piece he's gonna come out with in the official final version. So if you don't have soar, you can't display him on a little stand in jet mode. So what's the use? So at the end of the day, like I already said, even though this is a pre-production sample, this is an awesome looking toy. The highlight is definitely these hands and what you can do to get them emoting with those hands. They look just very natural and very much more humanoid. I love the face sculpt. I love the way they did the eyes. I'm pretty sure nothing's much gonna change besides tolerances. I don't know whether they're gonna change that chrome on his side of his legs, or what they're gonna do with the as far as the red paint. But this is a good figure. So I'm actually looking forward to him, and he's not very much more expensive than an Iron Diebot. Amazingly, only like $20 more. So I can't wait to see what the final product is like, if I decide on getting this final product, because I'm not rich. But anyway, thank you, Hung, for letting me review this. I really appreciate this, and I hope this isn't the last time I'm able to review a review sample. It is very much enjoyable that I was able to do this. So anyway, if this little preview helped you in any type of way, make sure you don't leave without giving me a like. Make sure you subscribe for more videos. Until next time, T-Man978, out of here.